how much is the human life worth, really? A lot of people on Reddit are talking about the new Fair Minimum Wage Act of 2013, and what it's talking about is it's just changing the minimum wage from $7.25 to $2, which is a pretty big deal because it shows that our time and worth used to be $7.25, but now it's changing to $9, at least $9. So to them, our effort and work ability is worth $7.25, but what really defines the word worth, really? Because we give items the meaning and we give them the value. The government thinks that our 1 hour is worth at least $9, and that's pretty cool and good. But you gotta think about it. It kind of shows that they're kind of taking us for granted, I guess you can say, because they're kind of putting a price tag on us because we're worth that much. For example, if a soldier dies on the field, the family will get paid X amount of money. So the government thinks that one soldier is worth that much, while the family might think it's worth more. But it's a subjective thing. Even if you're gonna say it's an objective thing by selling the vital organs for a X amount of money, but then you and the buyer are gonna have a different idea of how much it's gonna cost, because to you it might cost about like $500 for a kidney, while they think it should be sold for $200, because it's subjective. The value of things differ from people to people because we all have our own bias and subjective views towards each and every item. We might have similar views, but everyone's gonna have a different idea of how much things are gonna cost. But what is value really? Like, what makes something worth that much? What gives it the value? Do we give it the value? Do we just look at stuff and give it the value? For example, if I saw this empty water bottle, I'll say the value of it is 0, while someone else might see and say it's worth $2 because you can recycle it and all the other stuff. See, like, does a fairy go around and give stuff value, or do we like, compromise on stuff? If I'm selling a game for $25 and then I set a bid for it, and if the highest bid is gonna be $15, and I wait for a month, and that's still the highest bid, so no one else sees it as much as I do, or is that the guy or the bidder think it's worth $15? So if it's worth $15, why is it worth $25 to me? Because I think that's a reasonable price, while they think $15 should be the reasonable price. Do we compromise and settle for the middle? Do we settle for $20? But then we don't do that because we think that it's worth this much. And if they're the only one who put a bid on it, then we'll end up usually compromising. So is compromising the answer to what value is? This is complicated because everything has a value and a worth. So how do we find out each of these? Do we just discuss about the item and then the majority of which one has the higher majority worth would be that? For example, if I'm in like with 10 people, nine of those people say it's worth $20. And one person say it's worth $5. Do we just go with the majority, or do we just keep discussing it until there's a way we can balance it out and then take that as a value?